rotated, but I mean, can you like, you can't have it against him with a skill that big. And next up onto the floor, we're welcoming Trondhjem from Norway.
Beautiful start so far. Into spin.
Little bit of a hop out of the spin on the right-hand side, but managed to disguise it fairly well. As they set up for the handstand. Just a bit of arch in the back made it hard to balance in the handstand for some of the gymnasts there.
Here's one of the requirements. You have to show a large formation, basically using the entire floor area. And we can already see compared to the previous floor team that just it's a different style. This is more serious and artistic.
With the changes in the code of points on floor especially, the precision in the formations is going to be really important. We see the side scale here as one of the balance elements. It looked good.
Looked very good. Nice. They're going to move into the rhythmic sequence where they move across the entire floor. Also one of the requirements.
And in the rhythmic sequence, you have to keep moving throughout the entire sequence from one side of the floor to the other.
Nice.
Aerial cartwheel as the acrobatic element. And finishing in the small shape. A couple of wobbles here and there, Charles, but I think they'll be happy with that performance.
Yeah, nice routine. And we saw here they had a spin. We see here.
Yeah, you can just see the gymnast over on the right-hand side. He was just a little bit off axis, but he did manage to recover it well.
A step and an early down. So it's up to the judge to determine did that guy hold the handstand long enough before he fell down to get the, in this case, probably half. Moving on to Trampet.
So we've got Trondhjem from Norway.
So they had a 16 in floor, which so far of the 4 scores that we have got has been the lowest score. Not by a lot, but they want to pick up a little extra marks here on Trampet.
Yeah, so very important for them to go clean here, hopefully put out some big skills and make up that difference with their Trampet. Again, the full half straight as the opening team round. It's a really popular one because as a gymnast, you can spot the floor for most of the skill. You don't have a blind landing. It's looking good so far, just a couple of steps. Managed to save that landing there.
Couple of good saves, but very clean in the air.
You can see on the slow-mo here, watch the gymnast's heads as they look at the mat throughout the majority of the skill. And that makes it really easy to spot a good landing. It just looked like his leg buckled a little bit there. Really nice in the air though.
Yeah, very, very clean in the air.
Good job to save that landing, didn't get a fall. And now on to the second run.
Starting off with double straight half twist. And a Rudy out, 1.5 twist in the second flip. And a full Rudy, a 2.5 twist. Very well performed.
This is looking clean.
Triple tuck with half twist, nice. And a triple tuck, he gets it. Looks like he was going to go a little close, but he saved that very, very well.
Yeah, barely any travel on that last triple half tuck, and we see a big variation between gymnasts. We'll see it here on the replay. That was the 2.5, executed nicely. A decent amount of travel on this one, but I think he was just inside the grey area. And then this one just went straight up. But again, the coaches, they will know this gymnast, they will know his technique, they will know he will tend to just shoot straight up in the air. They weren't worried, didn't have to step in.
Two very solid rounds, good difficulty and good execution. Let's see what we have on the vault.
This is exactly the start that Trondhjem need to make up that difference. Handspring straight half to start. The full twist. This is looking good so far. Very nice. Handspring Rudy's now, 1.5 twist.
Clean landing. And
a 2.5.
Very good. Okay.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
He did a good job to land that. It looked like it was a little bit snatched on the twist, but such a difficult skill.
18 good landings.
That was the first handspring Rudy.
And you could spot there, so the first girl did a handspring, the second two did a round off onto the table, and the fourth, again, did a handspring. That is totally fine, as long as you stand in the correct order of difficulty.
And actually, we could just see on that slow-mo, it looked like he started the 2.5 twist.
Nice landing team.
So just 2 teams left to go in the mixed competition. And as we move on to our last outing on Tumble, we have the Norwegian team, Trondhjem.
So they are in the hunt for a medal. Need a good score, but don't actually need a massive score. So if they hit this routine, it's very likely that they could be on that podium.
And again, we briefly talked about the preference as a gymnast or as a team. Do you want to know the scores before you go out for your final routine? And we talked about this earlier, Charles. I mean, what's your view as an ex-gymnast?
It really comes down to preference. I loved seeing the scores. It gave me a boost, regardless if we're ahead or not. I just wanted to know where we were, what we needed to do. But I know other people in my team just hated the scores.
You see, I was the complete opposite to you. I just had to go out there and do the performance. And Trondhjem now on Tumble with their final piece of apparatus. Round off flick, double straight as a team round.
Same as drama, a very difficult team round. You got to make sure everyone hits that straight position in the air.
Yeah, and one thing we're seeing with this double straight is a bit of variation in the shape in the straight, and that's probably something that the judges even will pick up on. But they're through it with no falls, just a few small steps.
And high difficulty.
Yeah.
Good start.
So this, a really almost arched, open double straight. Nicely done.
Whereas the first girl was slightly piked. You see there, it's a bend in the hip. And we want to see a completely straight shape.
Yeah, and what the judges want is uniformity amongst the team as well. You almost want them to be carbon copies of each other, just going down, doing the same skill one after another.
Starting off with a full handspring straight half. Followed by a full in the tuck shape. And a double straight with full.
A little bit slow on the rotation.
And a full in straight. Followed by, see here, a full.
A couple of little wobbles there.
The solid first round. Round two, high in difficulty, very high in difficulty for the last 4.
We might be able to see better here on the slow
full in, and that, I hope they don't count that as a pike, because person 4 did a full touch.
And it was just a little bit snatched off the takeoff on this one, going into the final skill, which meant he didn't get as much rotation as he would have liked. It meant he was a bit short on the landing. But this one, as a final full straight, executed really nicely, just the 1 step on landing.
Final round for them. They are the chance of a medal. They just need to nail this. Going up straight handspring 1.5. From full to 1.5. Touch half.
This is looking good.
And
a double pike half. A little bit short on the twist in the double pike half there. I think he'll be credited with the skill, but again, something that the judges will pick up on. It was just more than a quarter of a twist and finished it when he was on the landing area. But such a hard skill, and the execution in the air was really nice.
Generally good routine, high in difficulty, definitely high in difficulty. Little mistakes here and there, but definitely still in the hunt to be on the podium. Ooh.
Yeah, it was kind of a quarter twist.
Yeah. She got slapped in the face. She did a great competition. She is very happy, and they